Good morning, students. This is Dhanlakshmi, Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, working in the Cognado College of Engineering and Technology. So this is our third unit in Big Data Analytics, MongoDB and Cassandra. So this is what a common introduction about the MongoDB. So MongoDB is nothing but one kind of database. It is comes under a NoSQL database. It is used to store the unstructured and the semi-structured data. Hope you know about RDBMS. It is used to store the structured data, and it is used to store each and every data in the form of tables. But in case of MongoDB, it is a one type of a popular NoSQL data that offers a scalable and high performance way to store the data. In terms of scalable and high performance, you can able to store the unstructured as well as the semi-structured data, and of course it is possible to store the images as well as your statistical data and JSON format, whatever it may be. It is one type of document database. It stores each and every type of data in form of JSON format. It can be used to call term it as a bson. It is a in case of document, it can able to store the data which is composed of the key pair values similar to the structure of JSON objects. So key pair value is nothing but your it can able to store the data in terms of value, and if it is if you can want to retrieve the data by mapping with the respective key value to fetch the data. So now we are going to see about JSON. What is JSON? It is JavaScript object notation. It is a text format for storing and transporting the structured data. So it is, for example, the JSON data is you can see in the slide. This is a name. You can store it as John. Age 30. Car is null. So here the name is your key. John is your value. Age is the key. 30 is your value. So what is a database in MongoDB? So these are the characteristic features of MongoDB, and you can it is you can able to hold multiple collections. So this here is the example for JSON string. It's a one type of collection. Similar in that similar way, you can able to store a multiple collection in a single database. So you can able to reside multiple database on a single server for the efficient data organization as well as the management. So multiple database means in the case of multiple database, each and every database is logically isolated from the others to avoid the collision. And there is three different types of default database available in our MongoDB. The first one is admin, config, and local. These are entirely used for your internal purpose. So this is what your syntax for creating database. So use database name. So use is your keyword. You can able to use the defaultly available database, that is admin, config, local, or otherwise you can able to create your own database. So this is what the command of the created database in a server by using your command show database. So defaultly can able to show the three internal database, that is admin, config, local, and you are with the corresponding memory space allocated for each and every database here. So this is some of the particular rules of naming your collections in the database. So see, before creating a collection, you should learn about your naming restriction for the collection. So these are the general rules. The collection name should be must starts with the underscore or either or letter. So it not starts with the number or dollar symbol. This is your special character. Empty string, null character, and it does not begin with the prefix system. So your maximum length for the collection name is 120 bytes, including your database name, dot separated, or collection name, whatever it may be. So this is the syntax for creating database. So db dot collection underscore name. After creating your collection, you can able to insert in a single value or otherwise in a whole documentation. In case of single value, you can use the keyword insert one. It is used to store a single data in the specified collection. And this is what the record a MongoDB document. So as we said earlier, each and every data in the MongoDB is stored in a document type. So this is what your example document. So this is what the structure of your document: title, body, category, likes, tags, date. So date of is the default function which is available in your MongoDB. So these are the different types of fields. You can able to include the fields in the names of name, string, booleans, array, or nested documents within a single document. So this is what your MongoDB query API. It is a API call which is used to link your created document with the database. There are two main operations you can able to create your query API. First one is the CURD operation. The second one is the aggregation pipeline. So the CURD is nothing but create, read, update, and delete operation. So the aggregation pipeline is entirely the different concept. You can able to create a API which connects your front end as well as back end through the pipelines. So these are different types of data types available in MongoDB. Array it can able to store the same or different data types values within it. So this is entirely somewhat different about your different difference about your C. So you can in case of C you can able to store only a single data type, but in case of array data types in MongoDB you can able supposed to create a same data type or different data type. This is what your example program of your document created in your MongoDB. So DB collection name student, find of is one value, one function, and pretty of is the one function. The pretty of function is mainly used to view the data document available in your MongoDB in an organized format. If you want to view the database created document or database created in your server or in a database, you can able to use a pretty of operation which shows the data in an organized format. So object ID, it is a default ID. It is created by your MongoDB itself to create to retrieve the data in a unique way. So these are all the things. And skills, here the skill is the array. So you can able to suppose use a different types of values or in a same value. Here I am going to use the same value. That is the skills. You can able to I will mention the different types of programming language here. So object. So object is used to store the embedded documents. Embedded documents is nothing but your nested documents. You can able to create a nested documents within a single documents. So this is your object book. You can create a name as well as a writer. It is a nested document here. So object ID. So you have to retrieve the data for a particular person. The object ID is used here as a key value. So for each and every document, the MongoDB automatically creates a unique object ID for that. So it has a 12 bits length, for the 4 bits for the timestamp value, the 5 bits for the random values. In that 5 bits we can separate it for 3 and 2 bits, 3 bits for the machine ID and 2 bits for the process ID, and 3 bits for the counter value. This is the object ID. It will be created by the MongoDB itself. So date. So date is the inbuilt function that stores the date. So it is a 64-bit integer which represents the number in milliseconds. So based on the data type generally support this date and time, it is signed value. It represents the date before 1970. So these are the three different inbuilt functions in the date. So date, it represents the current date in a string format. So new date, it returns the data object, that is by using the ISO date wrapper. New ISO date wrapper is also a data type. It also uses the ISO date wrapper. So this is all the three different date functions used here. In the case of date, it returns the current date and time in a string format. In case of date to you use your ISO date wrapper, it returns the data in a milliseconds. So this is a regular expression. Regular expression is nothing but it is a user defined expression. So this is what your syntax for creating expression. You can use a variable expression name. New is used to create a memory space for the expression. So this is a MongoDB query language. It is a single document we can supposed to create in the MongoDB. Find one of method is used to search the document with the with within the database that matches with the filter criteria, given filter criteria. So if the document matches the query, it returns null. So pretty of function. To select all the documents in the collection, you can use the function find of method. If you want to retrieve the data with a particular criteria, you have to use the find one function. So pretty of to format the data for the better readability. Thank you.